CM Punk's promo prompted WWE to delete several items from Raw, WWE's messages during The Rock's attack on Cody Rhodes, what did Paul Heyman tell Drew McIntyre backstage on WWE Raw, John Cena has a message for WWE fans, Roman Reigns is leaving WWE. Following his match against Cody Rhodes, CM Punk discusses The Rock's amazing segment on WWE Raw. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Let's dive right in. WWE's messages during The Rock's attack on Cody Rhodes. The Rock shocked everyone when he showed up on the most recent episode of WWE Raw to talk to Cody Rhodes. The Great One cut off the starting promo for the American Nightmare, which made the crowd in Chicago chant, "This is awesome," without saying a word. Then he whispered something in Rhodes' ear and left the ring to boos from everyone. But the final boss's night wasn't over yet. He waited until the show was over to hit his enemy in a very powerful way. That beating was so bad that the American Nightmare bulled, which is something you don't see very often on WWE TV. Fans did notice a few small details that may hint at what's to come in the future, even though everyone was shocked and amazed. 5 hints that WWE dropped during The Rock's attack on Cody Rhodes on Raw. 5. The Rock is not going to turn babyface to help Cody Rhodes at all. On the way to WrestleMania XL, there was a lot of talk about what changes and twists might happen in the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. A section of fans think Seth Rollins will betray Cody Rhodes due to his old Shield ties with Roman Reigns. Another section of the audience thinks The Rock will betray Roman Reigns, revealing himself to be in cahoots with the American Nightmare. The final boss, Unbelievable Attack, should now put the latter rumor to bed. The animosity between the two megastars was so feral and vicious that there was almost no chance they were working together to outnumber the Tribal Chief. However, you can never say never in WWE, especially when the Brahma Bull is involved. If the People's Champion and the American Nightmare are revealed to indeed be working together at WrestleMania XL, it will be the mother of all swerves. Number 4. WWE Raw might be going away from the PG direction on Netflix. The most talked about part of The Rock's beatdown on Cody Rhodes was the fact that he made the latter bleed. Blood has rarely been seen on WWE television since the Stamford-based company switched to a PG product, so the American Nightmare getting busted open was a shocking occurrence, to say the least. This and an offhand comment made by CM Punk about the show not yet being on Netflix before making an adult joke could have hinted at the Red brand's future. The streaming giant does not have the same limits on its content as television networks do, so Monday Night Raw could be dropping its current PG rating. Going by the reception for the Great One's vicious attack, it will be a popular move. Number 3. Fans can possibly watch a singles match between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. Over the past few weeks, the WWE Universe has grumbled that The Rock has overshadowed Roman Reigns on the road to WrestleMania XL. The Great One has probably built more animosity with Cody Rhodes than the Tribal Chief has. With this new physical attack, it feels like a tag team match would not be enough for payback. Are we getting Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at some point after WrestleMania XL? After the final boss made the American Nightmare bleed, it is becoming more and more of a certainty. Whether he wins or loses in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rhodes needs to get his lick back on the final boss one-on-one down the road. Number 2. 2 possible earth-shattering WrestleMania XL returns, and number 1. A huge tag team match spoiler. During The Rock and Cody Rhodes fight in Chicago, one particular Easter egg got fans more excited than anything else. A few eagle-eyed internet watchers noticed a production truck in the background bearing the faces of John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. This could easily have been a coincidence, but WWE has expertly used foreshadowing before, so it may have been planned. Could the Texas Rattlesnake return to help the American Nightmare against his great rival? Could the champ return to level the playing field against 2 of his most famous rivals? Fans are sure Rhodes will assemble the Avengers, making for one of the most epic WrestleMania endings of all time. By teasing this, WWE may have spoiled the massive tag team match on night 1, hinting that The Rock and Roman Reigns will win. This outcome is the only one that allows the Bloodline to besiege Rhodes on night 2 and force Austin and Cena's interventions. What did Paul Heyman tell Drew McIntyre backstage on WWE Raw? Drew McIntyre has consistently implored Seth Rollins not to get involved in the Bloodline saga, but the Visionary has refused. However, on the most recent episode of WWE Raw, it appeared that the Scottish psychopath had lost focus on what was vital and was more interested in CM Punk. Rollins stomped on Punk before leaving the ring, enraged that he had the last word. Soon later, McIntyre was seen backstage with Paul Heyman. They didn't need to be noticed, but they were observed deep in conversation while the camera was focused on #DIY, The New Day, and Awesome Truth. It appeared that the Wiseman and the Scottish Warrior were planning something that was quite similar to Paul Heyman's nature. What might Paul Heyman have planned with Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso faced Shinsuke Nakamura in Raw's main event. Given their presence in the building, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso were bound to meddle. So the Weisman could have asked Drew McIntyre for help. Essentially, if Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins interfere during the bout, McIntyre may stop them, which is exactly what happened. The Scotsman stopped Rollins from attacking the Bloodline when they attempted to interfere with Jey Uso's bout. Of course, aiding the Bloodline on WWE Raw does not come without a return favor. Keeping that in mind, Paul Heyman may have made an agreement with McIntyre that if he assists the group on Raw, the Samoans will support him in defeating Seth Rollins at the Show of Shows. Furthermore, Drew McIntyre will want the Bloodline's assistance at WrestleMania 40 since Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes are continuously showing up for one another. He needs someone in his corner to counteract any interference. The heels benefit greatly from this arrangement. The Scottish Warrior hopes to confront CM Punk at SummerSlam 2024. McIntyre poked fun at the Second City State during WWE Raw. He claimed that despite Punk's claims to be clean and drug-free, he spent the most of his time in rehabilitation. He made a similar joke at Punk during an interview with Gorilla Position. McIntyre stated that he is interested in a match against CM Punk at SummerSlam 2024, but hopes that the former AEW star does not get hurt and wind up in rehab again. In fact, he criticized the Chicago native, claiming he was made of glass. Becky Lynch breaks her silence on WWE contract discussions. Becky Lynch's contract status with WWE has been the subject of debate since April 2023, when speculation surfaced that her contract was slated to expire in June 2024. Lynch's contract status has received a lot of attention as one of the most accomplished female superstars in WWE history, especially given her multiple honors and successes inside the business, including headlining and winning WrestleMania. Before her high-profile encounter against Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 40, Lynch spoke with Adam Silverstein on getting over about her contract negotiations. When asked about her contract status and possible re-signing with WWE, Lynch answered lightheartedly, saying, "All of the other. It's all up for discussion. Nobody has asked me this. Nobody has told me anything about it. I was wondering whether anyone had noticed," followed by a laugh. Lynch has already stated that she plans to carefully evaluate her alternatives and make an informed decision about her future in the profession. As negotiations continue behind the scenes, fans are hungry for updates on Lynch's contract status and future intentions. What are your opinions about Becky Lynch's contract discussions with WWE? Are you hoping to see her stay with the organization, or do you think she will look into other opportunities? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments section below. Next, John Cena has a message for WWE fans. It has been a long since John Cena has appeared in WWE. Since his last appearance at Crown Jewel, he has been entirely focused on his Hollywood career. Many WWE fans are dissatisfied as they await even the slightest hint of a comeback. The leader of the Cenation may not be making a return, but he does have a message for the WWE Universe. The message here is primarily about the man, Becky Lynch. The 8-time world champion has shifted into 5th gear as she heads toward WrestleMania, where she will face Rhea Ripley at the finale. In the midst of this, she published her latest book, Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl. Well, it appears that John Cena has obtained it, and his message is quite clear. He wants the WWE Universe to receive their copy today. Cena took to X to applaud Lynch and her new book, noting how her dedication and belief in herself helped her achieve some incredible things. At the same time, he gave her free marketing and may have even guaranteed a few sales. It's fantastic to see John Cena supporting one of his fellow WWE superstars. They are both close friends, and Lynch will undoubtedly appreciate this gift from the future Hall of Famer. However, even without Cena's endorsement, all accounts indicate that the man's book is a must-read. Next up, Roman Reigns is leaving WWE following his match against Cody Rhodes. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo believes Roman Reigns could leave the business if Cody Rhodes continues his feud with The Rock after WrestleMania XL. The Tribal Chief has worked a limited schedule in recent years and appears infrequently on WWE programming. He will defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL. However, the American Nightmare has a fierce quarrel with The Rock. On night 1, the duo will compete in a tag match, with Seth Rollins on Cody's side and the Brahma Bull accompanied by his cousin. Vince Russo, speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, indicated that if Cody and Rock continue to feud after WrestleMania, it may allow Roman Reigns to take time off. That does give Roman some time off. If they go to Cody and Rock, that will offer Roman some time off. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes faced off on SmackDown this past Friday, but there was no physical altercation. However, The Rock severely knocked down the American Nightmare on the most recent episode of Raw. Currently, the Brahma Bull appears to be the story's main nemesis. Next up, CM Punk discusses The Rock's amazing segment on WWE Raw. WWE superstar CM Punk recently spoke out about The Rock's return and how the latter avoided saying anything about him. On this week's Monday Night Raw, the Great One appeared unexpectedly and brutally pummeled Cody Rhodes backstage as the show came to an end. The beatdown led the American Nightmare to bleed profusely, and the final boss warned Rhodes' mother. During an interview after Raw, Punk was asked about the Great One's return, and he didn't hold back. He remarked that he is delighted The Rock has returned, and that the latter knows when not to speak. "I'm happy. I'm pleased Rock is back. It's excellent to see that he understands his duty and has kept his mouth shut. Anything goes in this new era of WWE. With my return, I'm bound to run across everyone sooner or later." Former WWE head writer Vince Russo gave his honest thoughts on Cody Rhodes and CM Punk's segment on Raw. On the most recent episode of Sports Steeds Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Russo remarked that tonight's program made him less enthused for WrestleMania XL. He also commented how the show is all over the place. "I watched the entire show. Nothing in this show piqued my curiosity in watching WrestleMania. People need to understand that I look at these things as a writer and producer. It appears that there is nothing simple or plain that I can follow. This presentation is disjointed and lacks direction." The veteran explained that the event lacked focus and that the segments leading up to WrestleMania made no sense. Punk will provide commentary for the match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. It remains to be seen how that gig will go for the Second City Saint. Finally, CM Punk's promo prompted WWE to delete several items from Raw. Last night's broadcast of WWE Raw included several major moments, the most notable of which being CM Punk's comeback. He had a fantastic three-way promo with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, which wowed fans in Chicago and throughout the world. Punk's two biggest on-screen rivals disrupted his return, resulting in the ideal blend of drama and animosity. The Second City Saint has announced his attendance at WrestleMania 40 as a guest commentator for McIntyre's World Heavyweight Championship fight against Rollins. However, the brilliance came with a cost. The segment had a significant impact on what happened next on WWE Raw. Sources close to Sportskeeda verified that CM Punk waited longer than intended to finish his promo before McIntyre stopped him, causing the segment to run over time. As a result, some of the portions that followed Punk, McIntyre, and Rollins had to be adjusted. Candice LeRae, Ivy Nile, The New Day, and others all made their entrances. A few matches also concluded swiftly, particularly the women's bout. CM Punk's comeback was not the only notable event on WWE Raw. The Rock participated in the show's opening and closing segments. The final boss warned Cody Rhodes that he would make him bleed before doing so at the end of the night. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.